Hey, what's going on? Y'all back with another one. This is Thursday Thrills, the 79th edition. And we're going to talk about what's relevant right now, even though, yeah, it's getting bad over there. I saw something in the news earlier this morning. I'm not talking about what's recent, but earlier this morning, it's not looking good. I have some good news and some bad news. Good news is um, the fight is going to be stay overseas. Yes, it's going to be a lot of money. And then, yeah, Ukraine is decimating Russia, as usual. And then yes, some people say Russia's that. I don't buy that because he ain't winning that war. But in reality, our military, I said this 2 years ago, we're stretched in and everything and things like that. But the good news is it's not as severe as we thought. But something telling me that this is going to be interesting in 2024. Now, the bad news is our military is depleted. It's going to be a lot of money, and it's going to affect how you're going to live every day. Now, that I wasn't going to tell y'all 2 years ago. I was talking about things with stretching. I said this last year, too. It's not looking good for this country. Election year is here. Biden, he may not win this year. So that's probably the good news. But bad news is we may get a new president. I don't know who's going to take care of this military spending or whatever in that Ukraine. I think the Ukraine thing is over. I think the Ukraine thing is over. Me personally, I think it's over because Zelensky's got all that money. He's got all the weapons. Another guy from another network on another site from RT, he said something very vivid this morning. He said they shot down his helicopters and everything, but the thing is, on the ground, it don't mean nothing. Yeah, Russians good on the ground. That's old style, but that style, you can't do that no more. Now, these Arabs are capable of defending themselves. They don't need Russia. Russia's got problems. Putin's about to die real soon. He's already got cancer. He's not really thriving. Like, I don't know where y'all get y'all's news from. He's not thriving. He's being biased on his network, but Kremlin runs RT. They don't care for Putin like that. If he dies, they're going to celebrate. Watch. I know they pro-Muslim right now over there with the war. Me personally, I look at this as an opportunity to see that the big picture is what I'm seeing right now. None of those countries going to war and they can't afford it, and everybody's broke. So basically, the invisible hand is doing its job. Now, America's going to find some miracle. They can send a nuke out there and just blast Iran if they want to. The only reason they're not going on foot to do it, they're going to have to go with that nuclear bomb because this country's going to go there. Iran's not going to strike first. Americans going to strike first because me personally, they're dirty. They got the CIA. They got everybody on they stretched in. I don't know how they're not going to bring the draft back. The guy was saying he's right. But what he's wrong at is now the dirty white man from the West Ham and the civilization, he's going to find a way to knock your ass out of the galaxy. He's trying to go to space, technically, Mars or whatever. But RT and these other news, they're so biased and Masonic driven, they don't realize it's a whole setup for somebody to get in power. Because if you notice, Biden can't handle it. He's too old and feeble. So 2024 is going to be very interesting. This war that we're seeing this month started a new presidency. Whoever's running campaign on the other side is going to win. Because Biden, I don't think he's going to come back from this. I really don't. Because he support the regime that's always been the regime that's man-made by the British mandate. So it's pretty much, he said there won't be no election. I disagree with that. There'll be an election. Because the election, a lot of people don't believe it's going to be an election. No, it's going to be an election. Because there will be, he said gas is going up because, actually gas ain't really going up. It's actually going down. It's been going down because Saudi's been cheap with the gas. They know how to find another oil. And I found this from SETI. He said something that they found in other areas. Yeah, the white man's been moving around. The only reason it's going up in certain places, but it's not been going up later because of that war broken out. Now, it may go up, but I highly doubt it's going to go up because Saudi Arabia is scared that Hamas and all that. Yeah, they got the refugees. Now, it's going up now because probably certain instances that people are coming through. Now, he tried to say ain't going to be no election. I disagree with that. No, there will be an election because it's staged. In reality, I would say America's already in it. They're going to defend their little territory. That's their stronghold. So this whole time Biden was over there, he did not care about those people. Now I understand why, because yes, there's going to be political biases, but you can't get upset to the fact that, of course, Esau and them peoples going to do their thing. I'm out of the war. I'm just laughing at it right now. That ain't our thing. We just got to get ready to transition. Not worry about this country because they worrying about it. A lot of people try to say ain't gonna be no election, things like that. How many times people said that? I used to believe that at one time there won't be no election in 2012. And only way that's gonna happen now, I will say there won't be no election in 2028. I do know that, but most people still believe there'll be election in 2024. Now, most people say ain't gonna be an election. That's what you believe. That's your opinion, and I respect that. But I have to strongly disagree with you. No, there's gonna be an election because we know who runs this country. The Masonic Order Jesuits and them people over there, the same people really control what goes on and goes out. This is a setup for somebody getting in power. So they're pushing the new right. They're speeding up the process. So you got the war going. You already got the Ukraine war. That's already been that's already complete. Russia's being depleted right now, and even though America's being depleted as well, like the guy's saying, that's true. We're stretched in, and it's gonna take. This country is no shape to fight. They say like a China or Russia. True. On the ground and everything, that's true. But if you keep saying that guy keeps saying it, he'll end up being wrong because no, we just got agencies. We got secret agencies like the CIA, of course, is still active and they control every damn thing. Now, are we going to get money off of the Ukrainians? Absolutely. We're going to get all that. We just finesse them. If they lose that war against Russia, they say, I don't believe they lost the war. Yeah, they losing territory because Russia, they said they're gonna get them back if they beat them. Russia's not gonna beat them. This ain't a long war. Russia has problems. Now he took out that guy that won a coup against him. Something's gonna happen to Putin. If something happens to Putin, Russia ain't gonna win that war. I'm just gonna tell you that right now because we already know America is controlled by the top. Will there be an election? Probably so. A lot of people try to say it ain't gonna be no. To me, I think it's gonna be an election because it's too much going on. That war over there in the land of Israel, they would call themselves, right? Esau called themselves Israel. He can have that name, but our people call it Yisrael or Yasharal. That's what we call it. But he's battling half of Ishmaelites and a mix of some of our people, but we ain't gonna get in there. And some of our people's over there serving with him. So when you look at that country over there, this is very important. I saw this morning. And I thought it was very telling. He said our military stretched and we can't even afford a draft. See, America don't have to do the draft. Other countries are going to be drafted in this war. It's going to be Britain and France. Now, America is no shape. They got everything. They got drones. They got nukes on them. They really don't need us over there. If they wanted to, they're going to have to drop some bombs. It's going to be a interesting war. Interesting war. Now, YouTube's got a thing that the app has changed with the stuff that's going on. But me personally, I think the new app thing is kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of wild. They adjusted things. It's on the cell phone, by the way. I'm not saying that to be, they adjusted things. I mean, the new look, it's okay. It made it more convenient. They're trying to get up to date. Now, they are worrying about that war over there. Yes, that's the most talked about. I told you it's going to be like this the whole month. They try to say it's going to be the end. Like, no. I don't see that. No, it's ongoing. As long as you got guys like Biden and somebody pulling the strings, you're going to see it differently. Y'all ain't going to see it yet. Y'all just panicking off the start. I just don't buy that. No, it's too much on the line. People, too much ego. You don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of months. They said next year's going to be wild. It's going to be wild, but y'all ain't going to see it yet. Because it's election year. Everybody's focused on 2024. They're not focused on this year. This year's a damn near a wash right now. Because this war kind of took over the problems. A lot of people say it's going to die on the news. It don't work that way. No, this is a program push to talk about this as content. Now, I'm not talking about it as much. I'm just letting you know that this war is the tipping point. Who's going to be president next year? Now, most people say it's going to be election. I've heard this years ago when Obama was running. I think the second term, he ended up winning again. He's going to be selected again. Now, Biden may win this next year. I highly doubt he's going to win because most people are so angry because now they let Trump in based off they want something new. Now, Trump's trying to fight this case. I don't think he's going to win on his side either. We'll see. We'll see because this election year is just wild. You know, a lot of people try to say in the election, you don't hear no candidates. Well, see, you're not hearing them because they're distracted with other things. Just because it's not, you don't hear about it, it's still going on. But I just don't see people saying they're going to write it off like that. No, because it's too much. We already know who creates those elections, even though we call them, I call them selections over here. Most people call them elections, but these selections / elections, what they want to call them, is determining how people think right now because media is just crazy. And what he said about the military, man, I have to agree with him. It's very stressful. I've been saying that for years. I said it in the workplace with certain people. We're so stressed in. We ain't going to war with China. Hell, we can't even defeat them right away. And then China can't even defeat us. So the only country that has the military might, we already know, is North Korea and Iran right now. Okay. America don't want them problems. America's going to have to steal information from other cultures like they always do in military so they can build their defenses for the Navy and the Marines and the CIA agents to protect them. Then the Air Force do all the nuking. But it's going to be orchestrated by each branch. The Army is the last resort. Our armies is already in places. Yeah, they got bases in Iraq or Iraq, they would say, or Baghdad, and those places that we was in. We stuck there with those embassies. We're stuck there in Dubai. All those countries, what you call the so-called Middle East, those countries itself were stuck there. But Iran, they want to fight Iran, but the only way they can do Iran, they can send a submarine and just level that place or use a nuke missile to shoot it outside of their buildings. So Iran better be careful because America's dirty, even though they got nukes too. So it's going to be nuclear. And a lot of people try to say it'll be a terrorist attack sooner or later. I highly doubt that. It may be next year. I'll give it next year because they plan it. Remember, Arabs plan this shit in time. It might hit the same places. I say it may hit other places. There's no significance. The only place that talks the most shit is NY. We already know. The tri-state areas. So you remember how they did 9/11, those areas? That was sanctioned. There's a reason why you're hearing flooding in New York and other places. It's a possibility, man. That's America. Most people look at that city as America versus LA. I'm just telling you the truth. The politics is right there. DC's right there. All that area. Y'all just got to be careful because this year is going to determine who's who. But next year, you already know who's who. So what I'm looking at right now is, why is Biden trying to calm everybody now? It's, oh, I feel sorry for the Palestinians. No, you don't, Biden. No, you don't. You just trying to get an election run, trying to win. I understand this is a ploy. Most people say it won't be. In their minds, the ones that's brainwashed that say, I ain't gonna say they y'all don't believe in election, but that's the ones. But they don't understand. Don't get brainwashed by the talking points on each side. You have to look at this like who's controlling what, figure out yourself. But me personally, I'm looking at it from like this standpoint. They're gonna rig everything. We already know. We already know that's the game. But you got to keep in mind why they're not talking about it, because the war is going on. Somebody's making money off of this. I know Iran is the biggest player right now that gave them all those weapons, but a lot of people try to say, are they responsible for the attack of Israel? No, they're not. It's the group, which will say Palestinians and all that. That's their thing. They planned this. They planned this for years. And a lot of people don't understand. They didn't know when it was going to hit. They said to them last year they was going to do it. But this year they did it, and that caused an upstir. And then you see all the atrocities going on over there right now. That's why I'm not tripping off it, and that's why I'm not talking about it, because that's the most talked about content of all time. The reason that is talked about, election year is coming up. A lot of people say it ain't gonna be no election year, and I get it. There's the ones that kind of say it ain't gonna be an election, but I bet money it will be because it's in the searches right now. I don't know what the update is. I don't say the updates on the election because we don't know who's who because the winter is here and then there's the polls and all this stuff. I gotta look at what's going on, the political and all that. Trying to keep the apps going. Okay. Now Vita that what's his name? Vivek Ramsaway or whatever. I don't think he's gonna I think he's gonna drop out. Jumps from PAC to campaign. Okay. I'm just looking at what's going on here. They got the California senator. Her name is LaFonza Butler. Will not seek a full term. Uh-oh. It's a black woman. Oh, Lord. The real RFK Jr. could spoil the 24 election. Yeah, he can beat Biden. It's a possibility. He'll try to get us out, go against Israel, but you don't want to know another assassination. I'm just saying, just be careful because they don't want no Kennedys in there. We'll see. Challenger to Rick Scott drops out of the Florida Senate race. You know, Rick Scott is nobody. DeSantis has nearly tapped out on the max out donors. He's tapped out on max out donors. Florida governor is going to have to find a new big donors fast. I'm going to read this right here. Ron DeSantis has money problem. Most of the cash is in his campaign account is off limits, and the donors who have fueled his strong fundraising so far. Far from people he can ask and again for more money. Politico. This is from the Politico. A Politico also analyst shows roughly 75% of all money is raised by DeSantis came from donors and who can no longer give again for the primary. DeSantis raised $31.35 million through the end of September. Then at that, $223.8 million came from where the 3,800 donors have given at the least maximum primary among $3,300. $3,300. Yeah, he's got a poll in right now. I don't know if y'all can see this, but let me share my screen for a minute. Just for a minute. I'm just gonna share it. I'm just gonna share it and I'm gonna get to right here. I'm gonna get this for a minute. Okay. Now I know people want to talk about the election. I'm glad and shouts out that person. Shout out to Tampa for that. He said max out donors. He's maxed out on donors. He can't pay no more. He gonna have to do something. Now he's got a bad rep with the Guantanamo Bay. He's finished, to be honest. I don't think he's gonna win. He sounds convincing, but that last name, they don't want that to be president. I'm telling you. I know what I'm talking about. These other people come in and see Trump's on trial right now. He's acting a fool. So, you know, it's by Jessica Piper on the Politico. That's, you know, people got different, you know. I don't listen to them other weak ass news sources. They're not accurate, by the way. I listen to everybody. I'm well balanced. Trump's pileup of courtroom battles isn't looming. It's here. Between court dates, dispositions, gag orders, Donald Trump's legal problems are defining how he campaigns. Donald Trump was in New York courtroom on Tuesday morning again, but he had to duck out early for disposition in different legal matter again. So they talking about his legal matters right now. See, he's dealing with courts and all that stuff. Trump can't contain his vile eruptions. Okay, that's what they say about him. What will the judges do when they inevitably breaks the gag orders? Jack Schaefer said Donald Trump has always performed his personal and was and I mean personal word clouded with the sulfurous vitriol and dank insults. At the early point in the mid 1970s and on the make of the developer for Queens crash the Manhattan scene. But he learned that if he directed enough volume at his opponents, he could have intimidated, embarrassed, and shocked them into a collapse. That's what they saying about Trump. Trump's fountain of bile, calling people disgusting, moron, and dummies, and disgraceful, and horseface, low life, dogs, low IQ, or branding them with degrading nicknames, flows now like the impure stream. In recent weeks, he has toppled even himself, calling advocacy for the execution of the General Mark Miley, urging shoplifters to be shot. Accused NBC news treason, which is punishable with the prisoner or death, and repeatedly called the special counsel putting him in on trial a thug. Damn. He's going at it. Democrats prepared to chain the GOP to a far-right Jordan in 2024. Uh-oh. Here we go. If the hardline Trump ally becomes speaker, it's not like putting a fox in the hen house. One prominent Dem said, if it's like blowing up the hen house by Nicholas Wu and Ali Munich, they post this. As the House Republicans engrave for another chaotic fight to choose the leader of the Democrats, are preparing to make them pay for elevating Jim Jordan with their majority. It's not clear whether Jordan has the votes to become speaker, but the Democrats are still racing to villainize the Ohio Republican who co-founded the Hardline Freedom Caucus. Democratic leaders line up after Jordan won the House of GOP's and Speaker elections to slaying him as insurrectionist, but citing his role in objection to the former President Donald Trump. 2020's loss, and Democratic campaign hands are already swinging district Republican lawmakers to him. Yeah, so they talk about Congress and all this stuff, but all this is going on over Gaza comments. Haley criticized her Republican presidential rival, who over the weekend said Palestine and Gaza are all anti-Semitic. Okay, we ain't gonna get into that. I just read that part right there. Okay, Governor DeSantis Monday rejected criticism of Republicans' rival Nikki Haley and the remarks he made about Palestinians over the weekend. Blah, 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 and all this other stuff. Correction, yeah. We're not going to get into that because that leads in a realm of nonsense. Then you got Scott's PAC and all that stuff. Yeah, that's all in the political, man. Like, that's all I got. But that Vivek guy, he's dropping out. They tone that down because they focus on the war right now. Because the war is basically, you have all this stuff going on, and it's quite frankly, it's not disheartening, but it is what it is. A lot of people just get caught up on the BS, man. They know what's coming and they know what's when they emotion. So we know what it is. I know it's a lot going in. But I got my trusty gear lately. People's in and out. But shouts out to everybody. But yeah, I forgot who's playing tonight. Is it the Cowboys? Is this the girls tonight? I call them the girls. They ain't gonna do shit. No, it's Jacksonville. Oh, it's 7. They up. Okay, they up by 7 points. They 4-2. They should beat New Orleans. Jacksonville's got a good team. They in New Orleans. They should beat New Orleans. They got that quarterback. Yeah, I forgot. I said Jacksonville is playing tonight. They are the number 1 seed. They're the number 1 in the AFC South. Yeah, they should beat New Orleans. NFC South is a joke right now. AFC South is not really competitive. It's a wash. The NFC South is garbage. Now, if the Saints lose tonight, that means Tampa Bay's got to win this coming Sunday. So, yeah, the Eagles had a loss against a team, the Jets, and Jets had good defense. And a lot of people underestimate them on that. And the 49ers, they lost 2 key. They'll lose some games. 49ers will lose some games. And then the Eagles they'll be like 6-1. Who they play next? Because I want to know who they play next. My team play next. Okay. Because we lost to the Jets. Okay, we play the Dolphins this Sunday. Okay. And it's a night game. We play the Dolphins. Now, the Dolphins is good. Let me tell you something. The Dolphins is good. They got Tua. That's going to be a tough game. Now, if we lose that game, that's a good team. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I'm not saying Miami ain't going to win, but Miami's good. Miami, what's their record? Miami is 5-1. You got 2 teams that's 5-1. Two teams is 5-1. Miami is good. They got two teams is 5-1, right? Well, actually, three teams. You got well, actually, four teams. Excuse me. You got the Kansas City Chiefs in the West. They dominate the West. Kansas City Chiefs is 5-1. Miami Dolphins, AFC East, probably the third best in the NFL right now. The second best to me personally in a conference. Um, I gotta say AFC West. AFC West is the second best. The third best is the East right now this year. It's really the West is number one. AFC conference is really the West in that division. That's the number one division. Number two behind that is the East. North is like three because they lackluster, and the weakest is AFC South. It ain't all that. But the AFC West is the best of the NFL right now. Is the second best. The number one best is the NFC East because you got the Eagles. Eagles got great offense. Defense is okay, but their defense is usually good anyway. But their O line is just we got to get that tightened up. But they're going against the Miami Dolphins. That's going to be a tough game. But it's in Philly. If Miami don't get it together in Philly, if they lose in Philly, that's bad. They are on a 2-game winning streak. Eagles they won 3 on the road. They're 3-1 on the road, but 2-0 at home. It's going to be tough at them at home because Miami is good at home. On the road, they're 2-1, so it's going to be tough for Miami. That'll be a tough game. There'll be some trade-offs, but Tyreek Hill's a beast. He's on there. He's a beast. He's a beast. Kansas City is a tough one. Kansas City's good on the road too, so that's another team y'all got to watch. Kansas City is good on the road. So it's like, like the NFL is what it is. But, a lot of people's tired of Dion, but he's players away to get what he can get. So I understand people not liking the fact that you got things going on. But overseas right now with those people over there in the election, a lot of people try to say ain't going to be none. You just got to wait and see. Some people say that right now, but you'll be saying it if it happens. But, I didn't like the news that old boy was saying about our military is so stretched in, and they are. I've been saying this for years, that military is not going to be right. We ain't got the finance to start another war. And I don't think America does, because they send all their billions of dollars to Ukraine. They can't maintain that. There's no way. Because if Ukraine gets in trouble, those weapons get passed off by those terrorists. So America is to blame. The only reason America is stable is you got people that's not going to mess with the military like that. The military done burned a lot of people. So this country is dying. I've been saying it. It's over. Them days is over. So when you look at the future where we at now, I blame the people that's in the military and the government. They're going to have to re-strategize and get their shit right. A lot of people try to say it's going to go this way. No, it's over, bro. Ain't nobody fucking with it no more. Y'all came on here in the pandemic and ruined people's lives, and there you are. Everybody wants y'all's head at this point. So let's not act like y'all ain't got the promises and y'all don't. Y'all really don't. Let's cut the BS, bro. It's over. Like, we know where we heading. Now, Seti said about those tunnels. Yeah, they going to get them at the tunnels and all that stuff. But Seti be capping. He's one of those people believe we're going back to Africa. He's one of them fools like that. I don't listen to his ass no like that. But I listened to his comments on the war. But then you know what happened to that? Seti got bodied by several people in the debates. He ain't the best debater. He got bodied by Brother Polite. He don't even say nothing about him. Seti's a joke. You ask me. He's been a joke. Like, you gotta understand, Seti is the same nigga that believes everybody we got to be cool. And he hates NWX. Ain't nobody like Goods. Goods is a white boy. I don't want to call hip hop as real D holsters or dick holsters. That's what they are. I won't say pause on that. They love goods. Calico's right. He stopped fucking with him. He stopped fucking with him. He said, "Hey, these niggas, the battle rapper. He stopped messing with hip hop. Is real. He bodied his ass on RBE. Like I did see that battle. I said, man, he has some good verses. Now let's talk about battle rap for a minute. A Verb is on fire. That nigga's right, man. Smacking them, they're no more. They get sued by Norbs, the one they got rid of. Ain't nobody studying URL like that. It fell off a long time ago. I saw this during the pandemic. They had no matches. I mean, yeah, people was battling during the pandemic, doing events, small events. They was doing that in 2021. I remember. Not during the 2020. They was doing and getting their rhymes, and they had the jobs. But in 2021, they had some form of entertainment. They had to do something on the app. That's why they did caffeine. So it's a lot of things going on. Verb is clowning them every day on Spaces on Twitter. He's rocking them Spaces. And shouts out to Hey Sen and all them for dropping the loads of content on Verb. And shouts out to Battle Rap Trap. Shouts out to him. Henny. Good stuff. Good stuff. Keep it coming. The latest drama on the hip hop scene and all that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And I feel like, we're in a good place, man. Like, yeah, we got a distraction overseas right now. The so-called, war. A lot of people call this as World War III. Well, technically, me personally, I say we always been in World War III since 9/11. That's World War III. In the stages of it, we may be in Armageddon. Now, Armageddon, the apocalypse, or whatever you want to call it, I ain't trying to scare nobody. And when I talk about wasteland culture, this is it. This is part of it. Because we don't know what people are planning. I've been watching a lot of documentaries on these urban terrorists, these gangs, right? I used to watch them in the day in my 20s, right? Just learning about the cities and cultures and all that. And I was living at the Atlanta time watching all this shit. I watched every single one of them, man. Even though there's none on YouTube like that, but it is what it is. I saw some of the old traditionals and things like that. I feel like that's what's wrong with people. That's the most common thing in cities, how they were created. It was created by the government in wars, like World War II, for example, through Vietnam. Most of these street gangs come from that. Some of them come from prison around these periods and civil rights, all that stuff. But they had to do what they have to do to survive. Now, the Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford, I saw those. Everybody did good pieces on them. But they're still not getting out because based off their reputation of who they are. But this just goes to show you where we at. Me personally, where we're heading is in a dark place right now. Like, I understand that people don't like the fact that war is intimate right now. And so you have to look at your big picture of what's going on. You gotta look what's going on. But that's just the thing for me. I look at it. That's the thing why I am so focused on myself, not worried about that stuff over there. But in reality, it's inevitable, man. It can happen any day. I'm prepared. I'm prepared to survive and do what I need to do. But man, I saw it. Shouts to the Ball X. Them niggas talking about the same old shit. They all bitch made. They ain't gonna do shit. You had the Grand Master acting like a hoe as always. You had Mr. Fittinelli, aka Mr. Fantastic. I call him Mr. Fittinelli. He's a fraud. And he tries to say they always been airtight to space. Y'all the ones killed it. And y'all the ones as clowns ain't got no content, be on panels like hoes. And then you got I call him Fido. A lot of people think he's hilarious. He's all right, but I don't know why y'all subscribe to him. I don't care for him like that. But he had a point though about the women, the part where they've been doing it since he was younger. And he's almost 50. He told on himself. He got tired. He didn't want to debate them. That wasn't even a debate. That was a discussion. Keeping it 100, 100. He's decent, but my issue is you follow a guy that doesn't give a fuck about you, bro. I won't say this right now, dude. You follow the guy that doesn't give a damn about you, bro. He don't respect you. You have to look at the big picture. You gotta understand that most people don't care, man. So you gotta look at the big picture of what you're doing. Like you supporting a man that doesn't care about his own people like that. A lot of these C words on here on the internet, man, they just gonna drag your channel down and by support, you got a lot of D riders, man. A lot of slave ass niggas, bro. Keep it 100. If I was you, I'd lead them niggas, man. Do your own thing. Because that so-called red pill talk is BS, man. These niggas ain't living that lifestyle. They're frauds on here. 95% of them are bitch made. And they soft. You got different communities you can go to. You can go to the what they call it, the dirty section, but Nori called them the filthy section. And shouts out to Zip with the drip, man. He be going that scheme. It's hilarious. There's other spaces to look at content. You don't have to look at your own and create your. That shit is played out, man. But that's how you got to look at it. I saw that. I saw that earlier. I said, "What the hell was going on with these niggas, man? What the hell is going on with these niggas? They just be randomly and then you know, shots about he be clipping stuff, but that shit's wild, man. That shit's wild to me. But you know that's what you get. We have certain individuals think they know everything, and then there they are, and they thought I was gonna go away. No, nigga, I got content. Been around for years. What are you niggas done? Zero. They said this nigga don't got paddles. I stopped doing it because y'all act bitch made. I'm just gonna throw shots at you niggas, and then y'all gonna hear what I said on the video. Like I give a fuck what y'all think. I told y'all. They said nobody's gonna debate this, and we know that's a lie. Everybody debated you in 2020. Everybody debated you the year after, 2 years ago. I bodied y'all's bitch asses. We bodied y'all on my shit the whole summer through the winter, the early part of the early part of the winter and halfway early part of the winter, like somewhere around January and February. We still bodied y'all because I live in free in y'all's heads. It is what it is, man. I might get something later. I'll take this little swig and see what's going on here. Because I know it's gonna be about to be 9 something, but you know, what time is it? Yeah, it's about to be 9 something, but you know. All right, yeah, because we 38 minutes in, so let me see something real quick. Okay. I'm gonna be on mute. I'll be right back. I'm gonna be on mute. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back with it. Yeah. You know, I had to see that. I was like, these niggas talking about the same shit over and over again. Like, come on, man. Like, how many times the table? He said there's two doctrines. He said one, guys just want to talk to him, right? That was stupid. Like, nobody talks about walking away. Some of you say we got to walk away from. Y'all should have been walking away. And the more these niggas that talk about y'all give them the energy, stop fucking with them. It's that simple. Keep it 100. If you fuck with a guy like a guy that calls themselves a three letter alphabet or acronym, he's a fucking derelict clown. He's derelict as fucked. Okay, but you got niggas. They always gonna be condescending, and they're pieces of shit. I don't listen to them. Nobody listen to them loser ass niggas like that. He's making your shit look bad. I know you support him, but dude, I see a lot of supporters of him. They fold. I stopped coming over there when they start acting like hoes. That goes to anybody in these spaces I've been in. The reason I stopped coming around with these bitch ass niggas, because I know they hoes in real life. I could say that. I could tell how they act and they be on the online all the time. I don't be on this motherfucker like that. I just did content. Yeah, I talk my shit and have fun, and I did that during the pandemic. But after that, when I started doing my own thing, yeah, I said some foul shit. I ain't perfect, but these niggas is soft, man. I've been saying that. That goes to any nigga that don't like me on this shit. And I respect that. You know what I mean? But I'm still gonna throw shots at you and talk bad about y'all. Because y'all not really about that. Let's just keep it 1,000. I always been about these hands. I'm not gonna go in no boxing. I'll fuck a nigga up for real, for real. I broke a man's jaw once and I said that. Didn't go to prison for that. I got rolled up for it on the job. It was during a public, transit. I'm talking about martyr. That's my story. Did not get caught for it. The reason I didn't get caught for it, that was long ago, and it don't even matter. And the cops here, they don't even care. As long as you ain't trying to harm nobody, that's how they get you. But see, back then there was no cameras. Where's the evidence? You know what I'm saying? But I actually did this shit. I actually did. The people that saw me did it is the people that was working me in the training center. I was very young then. This was somewhere around probably before I met my girl here. I think I believe it was in November. Yeah, something like that. It was somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. Then I started dating in December. She came up to me and shit like that, and that lasted not that long, but she was gone, and I was off and on with the females, of course. I was in my 20s. I was a fool then. I don't miss them days, man. Like what y'all complain about is the same shit over and over again. Like I get tired. But yeah, I've been on panels with these niggas, man. Like these niggas is bitch made. They ain't about that shit, bro. It's talk. They're a whole lot of hot air. That's all. That's all I gotta say. I'm just not feeling it at this point. And you gotta understand, me as a black person, I mean, in this field, I don't care what these niggas think. Cause they talk about is the same goofy shit over and over again. Over and over again. Yeah, it's wild. But a lot of these dudes, they just act crazy, man. All that crazy on here. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Okay. I'll just see, make sure my shit is right. Yeah, I charge the other device later, but yeah, man, it just goes to show you that a lot of these niggas is hoes, man. Keep it 100. I don't know if you're listening or in the clouds or where, if you're not subscribed, that's cool, but you don't have to. But I'm just gonna warn you, leave that old nigga alone, man. Let him be in the casket, bro. He's a loser, bro. All these niggas is losers, man. They talk about everybody being online. You're the loser too. Am I a loser online? You could say that, but me, I'm not a loser online. Offline, I have real responsibilities. You know, I got my own shit, and that's cool. But I'm not gonna brag about that shit. It ain't people's business. Like, who cares? Think people care? No. The way society's going, everybody's worrying about that war overseas. Y'all should be worrying about your safety first and stop worrying about niggas' personal shit. See, that's why we can't come together as a so-called community. Like, y'all talk about this community talk. I ain't with that kumbaya bullshit. That's not my intent. It was my intent in the beginning of this channel for a select few. That's it. But outside of that, during the pandemic, I wasn't with that kumbaya. I was trying to get like-minded brothers to come together. But that didn't work. Even with the other shit, it didn't work. And I knew where I was gonna get the same result. And that's fine. They want to compete. Cool. I respect that. That's what YouTube is making is you gotta compete with views with people, and I understand. But you dudes are suckers, man. People stop fucking with y'all, and I laugh when y'all views go down. Y'all talk about mine. Look at y'all's. Y'all ain't like that. That filthy section is kicking y'all ass. There's a lot of spaces kicking y'all small section. Y'all small section is about to disappear. People's gonna stop fucking with y'all. Y'all not the talk of the town no more, bro. That shit died. That I told you that shit died. That so-called Black Manosphere. That's been dying since probably last year. It was last year. I told you it died. It actually died in 2020, but the essence of it died last year. But really, it died. I was trying to maintain that shit, but it wasn't really maintained. I wasn't even a part of it. Like I said, the space ain't dead yet. Yes, it is. It's dead. In 2020, y'all was talking about that weird shit. And in 2021, what do y'all do? What do y'all do? Not a damn thing. And then the next year, y'all didn't do nothing after the pandemic was over. Like I said, everybody's still in the play. It was a pandemic. It's over. Y'all talking about no, it's in England right now. It's not in America. Everybody's getting jobs. They ain't getting sick. They ain't taking no shots. That's a new thing, but that's gonna be gone in the next couple of years. You won't hear that COVID thing no more. Watch what I tell you. It'd be like a new flu shot, but ain't nobody getting that shot. For what? I'm not. They just making up shit right now. They trying to get money. But if you get caught up with that, that's on you. But I'm saying to you niggas, this spaces that y'all in is failing. The only reason you're getting subscribers is because you got dummies that subscribe to y'all. That's the fucking problem. And see, when I talk about shit, there's the hate. It's this sorry ass site. And I try to tell Too Raw and them, y'all gotta do your own thing. Stop worrying about these bitch ass people on here. They killed YouTube. They killed YouTube a long time ago. I've been on this shit for years and it's never gonna change. That's why I'm gonna go straight pre-record next year and do less live streams. Because the streaming game on YouTube is dry. And the people you associate yourself with. And that's okay. Because motherfuckers ain't gonna fuck with you long term. Even if I drop the link, nobody's not gonna show up. I stopped doing that. And that's cool. It's a lot of things I'm gonna stop. If I do a vlog stream, people gonna listen. But you think people gonna listen to me 24/7? Hell no. That's the problem. And that's the problem. And I feel like you gotta look at this big thing right there. It's not that many people on here. It's not that many people on here. You know that. You know that. That third war shit is crazy. I just said that bitch ass nigga's name. Trying to talk bad about old boy. I ain't gonna say their names. Fuck them niggas. But I'm just thinking back all the shit that happened. You niggas is pussies, man. Like I just can't take y'all serious on the internet. I never took the internet serious that way. I mean, yeah, I rant and talk shit and we joke and we say some shit, but I'm not gonna argue with no weak ass nigga on the internet. I'm just not. They act like bitches, bro. I try to be nice to niggas, but they had their agendas. I had mine. My agenda, yeah, my agenda is to fix certain people to get right and stop focusing on the bullshit about these hoes and fight the system in different ways. Rest in peace to brother Dawood, man. I didn't know he died last year. He was one of my favorite persons to speak the truth, and he died, and he had haters in New York too. Somebody said he got haters in New York, and I believe that person that posted that. Appreciate that person posting that. Man, it's a shame, man, but that just goes to show you, y'all don't even support him. I supported him years ago. I supported him in 2012 when I watched his old stuff and things like that and got the message. I was on par. After that, everything he said has come to pass, man. Man, it's just that just goes to show you that he had the knowledge, man. He had that. He had that. Everybody want to get caught up on that war. And that's the thing too. It's 9:06 right now, but I'll talk to y'all like a couple more minutes. I'm gonna end it because I ain't gonna stay on here too long because you already know because everybody's watching the game and I understand that because I know football's gonna be on this Saturday. They're gonna watch Dion. Of course, I ain't nobody caring. Ain't nobody caring. Y'all got to get it how you getting. Breaking news: New York Knicks released 4-year NBA player. Who they release? They always releasing somebody. According to the Shams Currently of the Athletic Stadium, the New York Knicks will waive Isaiah Robbie and Jalen Martin. Officially announced that they have waived Jalen Martin and Isaiah Robbie. The New York Knicks have gone 1-2 in their first 3 preseason games and will host the Washington Wizards at the Madison Square Garden on Wednesday night. Since the preseason is almost over, the teams have to make roster cuts. On Wednesday, Shams Carania, the Athletic in the stadium, reported that the Knicks will waive Isaiah Robbie, and Jalen Martin. Via Carnia, the New York Knicks are waving forward Isaiah Robbie and the two-way guard forward Jalen Martin. Sources tell the Athletics and Stadium Robbie has averaged 8 points and 13.6 minutes in preseason. The New York Knicks are waving the forward Isaiah. They said Isaiah Robbie and the two-way guard / forward Jalen Martin. And sources tell Robbie has averaged. Okay, that's on X, by the way. Robbie's coming off. I'll say Twitter. I don't know why people call it X. No, most people don't call it X. They still call it Twitter. Off season where he played in 42 games for San Antonio Spurs and have averaged 4.1 points per mere game and 2.5 rebounds per mere contest while shooting 43.2% from the field, but 30% from the 3-point range. He was initially the 45th pick in the 2019 NBA draft. That's the most serious draft of all time, by the way, y'all. In the second round. I remember that draft. I've seen the second round as well. Has played 4 seasons in the league for the Oklahoma Thunder. Shooting 1 point from the 44.4% from the 3-point range and 45 games for the Thunder. Isaiah Robbie. Okay, they release these niggas, bro. Okay. We see where this is going. Knicks ain't gonna do nothing, man. Long as they got James Dolan, man, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. It's pretty much sad anyway. See, I go through this, man. This process. Let's see what's going on here. Ohio State, Penn State this Saturday. I know tomorrow's the 20th. Alabama and Tennessee. Alabama may win that game. We'll see. You got Oklahoma and UCF, a no-name team. Georgia's playing Vandy. Well, they beat Vandy last week. Okay. Who do they play this week? Hold on. Not Vandy this week. Air Force and Navy. Air Force and Navy's on the 21st. Okay, they play this Saturday. Air Force and Navy. Yeah, Air Force is 2022 in the ranking, and Navy's not. Air Force is gonna probably beat Navy. They probably gonna beat Navy. Oregon and Washington State. Oregon should win that game. Definitely should win that game. They're gonna win the game. The Golden Gophers and the Hawkeyes. Okay, you got North Texas. Yeah, the North Texas. They call themselves the Hunt and Tulane Greenway. That's the school that wanted me to in the letters. I could have went to Tulane myself. Yeah, Tulane Greenway. That's Tulane. South Carolina versus Missouri. They're 20th in the nation. Houston Cougars versus the Texas. Texas is gonna win that. UNC is gonna beat Virginia. Mississippi. I mean, Ole Miss. Ole Mississippi, Ole Miss. Was it Mississippi University or University of Mississippi? I think the Running Rebels versus the Auburn Tigers. Michigan's gonna beat Michigan State. They're gonna win that game. It's gonna be Michigan. Army versus LSU. LSU will win that game. USC and Utah. That would be a good one. And UCLA and Stanford. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty clear. Yeah, they got tired of Dion, bro. I'll check it on here. Hold on for a minute. I'll check it on here. I'll check it on here because I know people are gonna get caught up with this shit. I know people are going to just look at it and just act crazy. But anyways, I'm just looking at what's going on. Kind of flustered right now. Colorado's 4-3. They lost to Stanford. It was a close game, so they beat Arizona State. They should have beat Stanford, me personally, but they play UCLA. Oh, they got a bye week. They got a bye week. They got a bye week. Yeah, so they got a bye. They have a bye week. They play UCLA 25th in the nation. UCLA may lose tomorrow. I mean, this Saturday. Then they got Oregon State, day 12th in the nation. Then they got Arizona, Washington State, and Utah. Okay. It's going to be very interesting to see where they line up. A lot of things going on. A lot of things going on because I know people just going to do the thing. But keep 100, man. You need to stay away from them niggas, man. They gonna make your channel look bad. And if you got the same audience to them, they're deluded too. They're the worst. They're about your yes man. And yes man behavior. It's not good. But it is what it is, man. It's a hard life shit. But some people get caught up in it and then worried about what's going on overseas. But I look at it like this. Wherever goes over there is not our business as a people, but we have to understand this is the time, the climate we're in. But get prepared and pray to the East, man. Y'all will deliver us out of this nonsense. But as a whole, we can't worry about that land right now because that's going to be turmoil for a while. A lot of people say it might not be an election this year. Crazy. The way this system ran, it's going to be an election. A lot of people think it ain't going to be. We'll see. Because I think they still going to have it despite of, because they're so confident they can defeat these Arab-like people. Iran ain't playing with them. Iran's not playing well. They said Russia's going to step in and do that. That's how people going to say that. That ain't going to happen. When people talk like that, they don't know shit about politics and warfare. America's stretched in like guys. I agree with them because they ain't got the tools to train and man guys down. That's factual. They said Russia's got all the tools. They say we know that's cap. They just being biased to that country. And in reality, they know damn well Putin ain't gonna win no wars like that. Stop it. Yeah, I watch RT every now and then, but I watch France 24 to get the facts. But they so distracted about what's going on in the Holy Land. And then you got niggas don't believe in the holy stuff, like SETI. SETI's a joke. I can't take SETI seriously. I really can't. And the Little Mermaid girl, the actor that's black, she's pregnant by a failed rapper named DDG. Yeah, he's a failed content creator and a rapper. He's a clown. Nobody likes that nigga on YouTube. He's a clown. He got his views by clout chasing and be on some BS. That's his claim to fame. That's his claim to fame. But y'all gonna get the big picture. But that's his claim to fame. But you know, she bodied DDG, China Fox. It's just crazy, man. Like it just goes to show you where people at. But all right, y'all, man. I'll see y'all the 80th edition. That's next week. Y'all check it out this month. I'm gonna go full throttle, do what I do best. And yes, we talk about current events and everything else in sports. And yeah, just keep y'all updated. And you know, the military is so stretched in, and that's not good news. And they can't even go to battle with all that money spent to Ukraine. Yeah, we really decimated our own military. So is Biden going to try to answer for that? I don't think so, because everybody's going to protect him as always. And, you know, it's not shot at him, but I'm just saying all politicians, man, it's not looking good. It's getting shaky, baby. You know what it is. It's getting shaky, baby. Somebody's shaky over there. It's just, it is what it is, man. All right. Shalom to the people of Israel and the Gentiles. Shalom as always. Pray to the East. Get your mind right. And please do the law, statutes, and commandments and precepts and judgments as always. I'll see y'all next time on Thursday Thrills on the 80th edition. This is the 79th edition. We are knocked this out of the ballpark. And until next time, and I'm out.